Paris, the world's capital of gastronomy. 125 Michelin-starred restaurants. But if you want to have a bite to eat in a typical Parisian restaurant, it's in a brasserie, a bistro, a bouillon that you have to go. On Paris Top Tips every month I take you to one of those places where you can enjoy the great classics of French cuisine for not too much money. This month I bring you to another of those bouillon restaurants that are so typical of Paris, Le Bouillon Pigalle. This bouillon is one of Paris' most famous, located on Place Pigalle, at the southern limit of Montmartre. Unlike Bouillon Chartier, which I've already talked about on this channel, Bouillon Pigalle is nothing historic. It was opened in 2017. However, the address is a must to enjoy, not for its atmosphere, far from being as authentic as that of its colleague in the 9th arrondissement, but because it succeeds quite well at reproducing early 20th century culinary traditions. I went there very early for lunch, that's why no one is queuing there. But beware, that changes very fast, and it's better to make a reservation. And if you are in the waiting line, then at least you'll have time to enjoy the menu in 8 languages: French, German, Italian, Japanese, Spanish, English, Portuguese, and Chinese. While waiting for my friend, I took the opportunity to take a look inside. We are certainly not in a pretty Art Deco setting like Bouillon Chartier or Bouillon Racine, but it's still nice. Pougeron is a famous baker in Paris, renowned for providing the best restaurants. Finally, my friend arrives. We can now go upstairs to have lunch. In summer, it's a pleasure to be seated under these arcades. Let's have a look at the English menu. Egg mayonnaise, snails, onion soup, very traditional indeed. And it's the same for the main courses, with one of my favorites, Boeuf Bourguignon. For almost all drinks, you have the choice between 6 different capacities. Boeuf Bourguignon is a French beef stew braised in red wine and beef stock, typically flavored with carrots, onions, garlics and a bouquet garni. My friend Najirou took the breaded fish with tartar sauce and French fries. Both meals were very good. He then continued with a simple yet tasty strawberry pie, while I took the Ile Flottante with pralines, a dessert consisting of a meringue floating on crème anglaise or vanilla custard. That was a simple meal, typically French, and which didn't really cost us much, as you will see. Something different here than in the other bouillon is they have a click and collect service with some of their most classical dishes. So, how much did we pay? €35.20 for 2 mains, 2 desserts and a large bottle of water. What a good bargain! And you can pay using Apple Pay or Google Pay. On TripAdvisor, a Canadian lady summarized it very well. Although it will never have a Michelin star, Bouillon Pigalle is a very good value for money. So if you're staying in Montmartre, or even a bit further away, give it a go. I hope you liked this video. As usual, if so, please hit the like button, and even better, subscribe.